Today we'll cover the transphobic chat in video games. Hello and welcome to Foxy Roxy Reviews. If you're new to the channel, a very warm welcome. We cover everything trans, from news, reviews and trans-related topics. If you're coming back, thank you for stopping by, very much appreciated. Today I want to cover the topic of transphobic chat. It's something that I've really wanted to cover for a while now, but haven't actually got around to. Maybe there's another video coming up, or a series that I've done, or another project that I've been involved with, so it's been put on the back burner. But I thought, especially with everything that's been happening this year, with the media and with the news and everything else, I really do feel I think it's time to add this into the discussion. I am well aware that some minority groups are really put off going onto chat because maybe some racial comments or religious comments or kind of transphobic or homophobic comments, etc. And I think this is really sad. I have to say though, it doesn't happen all of the time, but when the times it does happen, it can be quite significant. One of the systems I really enjoyed playing was the PSVR. I actually made a video on PSVR and of course the other headsets in reply to a Game Ranks video. That's a whole bunch of fun. And I thought this video can cross over between those two. When I'm online in social games, every now and again, concurrently, it seems to appear again and again. This is really interesting, is there is something regarding that anonymity of being on chat that seems to embolden people to say, in my opinion, racist things, transphobic things, and very hateful things. And I think it really does spoil it for a lot of people from, I would say, a minority of bad actors. I just really want to give you an illustration for kind of one of my experiences I had recently, so I thought, actually, I should make a video into this. It's actually really relevant. And it was regarding non-binary. And they were making some really silly statements about, oh no, you only have two nostrils, so there's only two genders. But at the time that these comments were being made, it wasn't really even relevant to the conversation. People were just having a good time. It's almost like they just wanted to spoil the fun and to get a very misleading point across. And this is the thing that kind of worries me at the moment, is this emboldenment of hate seems to be seeping into a lot of different things. The gaming community itself is known for having a number of bad actors with these different opinions. So it's nothing new, but I am finding that at the moment, more people are saying things which would have been considered inappropriate a few years ago because of things like Brexit and the press and the news and documentaries being produced and etc, making it seem to be more acceptable. And this is the issue that I have. But what worries me here is that it wasn't solicited, there wasn't any real discussion on it, it's just that they were just saying a couple of things to be quite hateful. I think it's a really big shame because I think it puts people off gaming and off the gaming medium. I think the best thing to do with these examples is just to go and report the hate and report it to Sony or report it to whatever so it can be dealt with. But it does spoil it for everybody, not just for that one person making that one statement. A lot of people felt uncomfortable. They didn't want to say anything. We did actually eventually kick this player out anyway for other silly things they were doing anyway, so it wasn't like this was the only thing that they did, but it made a lot of people feel uncomfortable with, like, well, we don't care. I mean, so many people I've spoken to which may be a little bit older than me, and they say, we don't care, we just want to play a game. I don't care, you know, who you are and how you identify. I just want to have some fun, and that's how it should be, in my personal opinion. It shouldn't matter. Gender, gender identity, gender expression, all those things are just things about an individual, and that's their own personal choice to how they feel comfortable, and just make any bearing on their value as a human being or the right to express those aspects about themselves. I think one of the things that really got to me with these particular statements, they were kind of sharpened and angled towards the non-binary community without any understanding. A number of times that actually poked holes into kind of what the statements they were saying, and obviously didn't have a response. They obviously weren't very well read on the topic or even understood any details behind it other than just making a mockery of it. They say things to me or to other people that quite a lot of time they don't have any deep understanding around those topics. I think it's actually quite telling. Conversely, you know, for some people, they want to stay away from those types of comments that may have been previously involved in gaming before. I think it's really sad, really, because I know a lot of people use gaming to wind down or forms of escapism, and that's certainly not a bad thing. But when there's bad actors here, I think it means that it actually weakens gaming as a whole. And I think we'd have a bigger community of gamers if people were more accepting, because obviously you have females which were seen as not being gamers before and showed actually make more of the player base than male gamers on all different types of gaming. So it's not like there's predominantly males. I think there's a few bad apples that really are spoiling the bunch here. I think in conclusion really, I think one potential solution I think would be to have our own groups so we can have like-minded people that enjoy similar games and to report people who are being blatantly disrespectful. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, you have the Twitter, you have the Instagram, you have the email. I do like doing gaming content, and if anyone's got any other ideas about what type of topics they might like me to cover, I am more than open to those ideas, or maybe even a collaboration would be cool as well. Again, thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe.